So Raeann, I've been very delighted to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And I don't think I would be a good.
It's great to be here.
Good. I wanted to really give you more of a chance to free-form comment on anything we've talked about or haven't talked about, or any themes, or.
I had, a lot of thoughts, and most of it has to do with the fact that we have choices. We have choices, and developing our choices and develop our own truth so that we can live a good life and what we think is whole. And you can tell if your life is whole and if you're living a true life, if the people around you love you, are accepting of you, care about you and will listen to you. And if someone doesn't listen to you, there's a lot of things, but you want that confrontation a little bit. You always want to keep developing yourself. And I think that's what I get from you when I hear you. I'm like, there are so many ways that I could develop myself. And in turn, I can develop, help other people develop themselves around me by not just sticking to the same 4 channels.
Right.
And that's what I get out of this episode, that I am gung-ho to go out and look and learn. And I think I don't think I'm wrong here. I think you're saying go out, listen, learn, use your senses, develop your truth, find out what you believe, and carry on and use that with your strength and just be strong. And I feel like I've developed a greater strength just by being here with you, Andy, and I'm so glad to be here. And I think this is very enlightening, very enlightening.
Okay, well, that's good. Something I say a lot to myself, and I also told my child, is don't believe everything you hear.
Yes.
And always think for yourself. And that those things can be a little bit scary. Those things can be a little bit scary to not necessarily believe everything you're told. But I grew up, being of German descent, when I was in 7th or 8th grade, you kind of find out that things didn't go as well as possible in Germany in the 30s. There's room for improvement, and I'm not going to get any more specific than that. But I wondered, how could that have happened? How in the world could that have happened? Well, they were burning books, and they were making some parts of society subhuman. And my German instincts are telling me it's important for someone to have questions and not everybody believe things. And like George Carlin said, it's in your power to be cynical. It is you are fine to question authority, and I don't want us to lose that instinct.
But questioning in a respectful way, everything can be in a knowledgeable, respectful argument, or just there doesn't have to be a massive confrontation or blow, because nothing gets solved when there are 2 parties screaming at each other. There's just no way. You have to find your way.
It reminds me of just free speech and discussion. I think the saying is religion is beliefs you cannot question, and intellect is questions for which you may never find answers.
I like that.
And so I think it's essential for us to be able to speak with each other and ask questions. And I believe you have a special message for us here, as we have just 1 or 2 minutes left here.
Well, if you like what you hear, we are part of the Steel Plaza Network here on Andy's Philosophy Corner, where you can find this show as well as many others, please consider donating to the show at www.paypal.me/Steel Plaza Podcast. You can donate any way you would like, and you don't even need to sign up for a PayPal account.
Fantastic. Thank you, Raeann. As I sort of mentioned before, and you've really driven the point home, you can support this podcast. You can support the Darkest Corners of the World music podcast. You could support your content creators. And to that point, it's worth pointing out that on many platforms, including YouTube, but some of the other Odyssey and BitChute platforms I noted, the podcasters, the broadcasters who have over time garnered trust in hundreds or thousands or maybe millions of people, the number of subscribers, they donate. And these content providers speaking truth to power, telling you information that you are never going to find on Facebook, you're never going to find on other platforms, on Twitter. These people earn a lot of money. They can. Tim Pool was recently demonetized, but before he got demonetized, and you could see the numbers yourself, he would go live for a half hour, for an hour and a half, and make $5,000, $10,000, which I agree with Tim Pool on some things, I don't on others. That's not the point. The point is that organically, the information age, the new news providers from a grassroots level are communicating directly with their content providers, and they're able to financially get by with a $60 webcam, something that that CNN cannot do with their billions. So think about that. Where's all that money going for CNN? Why is it so expensive for them to just tell you the truth when someone else can do it with a $60 Logitech webcam? What's wrong here? It's the information age. You don't need them. They aren't worthy of your support. So I really encourage folks to tune out, go exploring, check out the internet, go to Odyssey, go to BitChute. It may take a little while to find people that you like, but I guarantee you will find useful, important information there you will never, ever find out on platforms like YouTube, Google, Facebook, and Twitter. And with that, I would just say thank you so much for your time. Please consider a small donation or a large one, and consider supporting this podcast. We thank you for your time. We are looking forward to the next podcast, and submit your ideas for what an upcoming subject should be. Raeann, thank you so much.
You're welcome, but I promised to get your other toga back.
Oh, okay.
And fix the cigarette burn holes in your last one.
Yeah. Well,
with that, we have an agreement.
It comes with the territory. So thank you. I greatly appreciate that. Take care, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it.
Bye-bye.